Quilting, Beauty, and Books in my corner of YouTube. I pray that you and your family are all doing well today and that you enjoy today's video. Guys, it's another haul. I know. I said, don't hit me. Don't hit me. I said, I know what I said. And you know what I said. I said I wasn't going to haul nothing this month. And what am I about to do? I'm about to haul something. The only reason why I did is because these things were on sale dirt cheap. Okay? And I just didn't want to pass it by because I didn't know if it was going to be on sale again for ever. What an excuse, right? No, I bought them because they were on sale and I didn't want to pass them up. So, all these things, again, were purchased with my own money. There's no PR. There is no getting paid for any of this stuff. Nothing to review. None of that kind of good stuff. All purchased with my own money. Okay? Okay. So, let's get started. I had two things from Amazon. The first thing is, these are book openers. I'm going to have to pull a book from my shelf because I'm not ready to show you the books that I got yet. They are so cute. Oh, I got my green one. And I also have a blue one. These things, let me grab a book. My shelf is right here. Are super duper cute. You have your book. Say, for instance, you can work on any page. This is page 104, and you can see how the book won't stay open on its own. Not endorsing this at all. What you do is you open, go back a couple pages, set the middle prongs in, and bring the out prong on the outside, and do the same on the other side. So you take it and put it on the inside, and then bring it on the outside. It's like an M. Like that. You can lay it flat, and the book stays open for you. I hope you got that. I wish I had a better angle to show you guys that. But it is super cute. And how I turn the page using it is I'll just slide that one page, fold the other page back, just to expose that prong like that, and slide it right up under. It's so easy. It's a lot easier to do when you're not trying to show it on camera. But I love these little things. These are super cute and super cheap. I think it was $2 for these two. This pack was like $5 to $7 or something like that. Go ahead and put this back on my shelf. So that'd be one less thing to do when I gotta clean up my room. Girl, who else will be messy? Your room, your space be messy by the time you get ready to wrap up the video. So one less thing I gotta put back. So that was some book openers, and it shows you like on the back how to operate it. Don't try to read any of the stuff unless you can read Chinese, Japanese, or whatever the language that is. There it is again. Next, I have this cute coffee mug. I love coffee mugs. Usually drink my coffee out of a styrofoam cup, but this mug was everything. It reads, "If my book is open, your mouth is closed." Tell me that's what y'all want to say to some folks around you when you reading and they yap. You be like, but yeah, I thought it was cute, and it says what I want to say. Sometime, especially if the book is good and I'm all like that, and I can't get into it the way that I want to because someone's talking, I just want to be like, it says what I want to say to some people sometimes. But anyway, that's that. Next, I have Bible, and I finally got it, and it is the New King James Version Spirit-Filled Bible. Remember, I did a Bible look-through of my NIV one. I will go ahead and link that in the cards up above. Sorry, I'm trying not to make a lot of noise when I unbox it, but I don't think it worked. But this is the Bible here. Cute, very, very cute. It has 2 ribbons. And I like these ribbons. They're really nice and thick. I'm just trying to get to the page. A gold one. And a maroon one. Now, I'm going to show you the words in here. They're nice. I think this was a comfort print, but I just wish they were a little bit larger, or they had a large print version of this Bible, which they do not. But other than that, I love this Bible. I know I'm going to love it because I love the NIV one. And this is the edges. It's gold edges. I wasn't sure that I was going to keep the box for this, but because this leather is like super, super soft, and it bows out like that, even though I know it's going to be Bibles next to it, I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep it in its box. Like I do with my Keynote Bible. I kept the box for it. Set that out the way. The next book or pamphlet book that I have is called Worry, and it is by David, Paulison? And I got that. All these books come from Christian bookstores, so just so you know. I got that book. Those are the only 2 non-fiction books that I purchased. The rest of these books are fiction, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right on in. I will give you the title, the author, and I will read the back of the book since it's not a lot of them. The first one is the first book in the Bloodline trilogy by Jordan Redwood, and it is called Proof. And the back reads, after DNA evidence clears a suspected serial rapist of grisly crimes, ER physician Dr. Lily Reeves takes matters into her own hands. Police detectives think she's a danger to the case, and her colleagues worry her obsession will be detrimental to her health. But Lily can't stop, even if it means digging into a dark mystery that science cannot comprehend. Alone and on the run, Lily wonders, is there any proof that will bring a monster to justice? Again, that is Proof by Jordan Redwood. The next book, now, I thought it was a book, and I didn't see the word novella when I ordered this one. And honestly, I ordered it because of the cover, not knowing it was part of a series, but they're individual series, like individual books, so it's not like continual. So I'm fine with not going in order on these novellas. And this one is called Broken, the Woman Who Anointed Jesus' Feet. And this is by Golden Keys Parsons. This is my first time getting a book of hers. Oh, I'm sorry. My fingers are all in the way. I am so sorry. Isn't that cover gorge? I love it. And the back cover reads, Tirzah was determined not to follow in the footsteps of her mother and of her mother's mother before her into the life of a harlot. But when she is orphaned as a young woman, no father to provide a dowry or protection to her and her dearest friend, a crippled girl, what is she to do but to take to the streets? The news of the teacher named Jesus reaches her, and she dares to believe he can heal her friend. But can he perform the greatest miracle of mending the broken pieces inside Tirzah's soul? And again, that is Broken. I'm not sure if her name is pronounced Tirzah, Tirzah, Tirzah. So once I get a name in my head like that, and if Google can't help me with the pronunciation of that name, It's going to be the best of my ability, and it could be wrong. It's because some of these books got names in it, and I'm like, don't know that one. The next one I saw on my girl Nay's channel, and it was the book, actually the next two. Actually, this one I ordered because she had it, and then I'll explain the other one in just a minute. Zipporah, Wife of Moses, and this is by Merritt Coulter. And the back cover reads, although she is a Cushite by birth, one of the people of the lands to the south, Zipporah grew up as the beloved daughter of Jethro, high priest and sage of the Midianites. But the color of Zipporah's skin sets her apart, making her an outsider to the men of her adopted tribe who do not want her as a wife. Then one day, while drawing water from a well, she meets a handsome young stranger. Like her, he is an outsider. A Hebrew raised in the house of the Egyptian pharaoh, Moses is a fugitive forced to flee his homeland. Zipporah realizes that this man will be the husband and partner she never thought she would have. Moses wants nothing more than a peaceful life with the Midianites, but Zipporah won't let Moses forget his past or turn away from his true destiny. She refuses to marry him until he returns to Egypt to free his people. When God reveals himself to Moses in a burning bush, his words echo Zipporah's, and Moses returned to Egypt with his passion and generous wife by his side. A woman ahead of her time, Zipporah leaps from the pages of this remarkable novel, bold, independent, and a true survivor. She is a captivating heroine, and her world of deserts, temples, and ancient wonders is a fitting backdrop to an epic tale. Again, this is Zipporah, Wife of Moses. Now, this next book, Nay did haul. However, it was already on its way to my house. Not knowing that she too, when she saw this book, I think, or it could have been a PR book for her, that she had it. So I was like, hey, I got that book coming. Dang it. I was hoping to get another book that she didn't have. This book is by Scott B. Delaney, and it is The Shaft, and it's a supernatural thriller. This back cover reads, it is December 2017, and a sweeping religious movement is gaining traction in the United States. As spiritual leaders diligently work to spread the word of God to the people, liberal factions in the world of pharmaceutical and scientific development create a secret society with a dark mission to thwart the group's conservative impact on what society considers to be morally acceptable. As a string of church-related murders plague the nation, the FBI and local authorities race to locate the assassin responsible. When the members of the secret society realize that the murders are not stopping or slowing the threat, they resort to kidnapping. One of their abductees is Andrew Morrison, a key leader of the Call ministry. After he manages to escape from his captors in Texas, he must identify and locate his family as well as the killer of many of his friends that were fellow leaders in the ministry. But as angelic hosts enter the scene to protect and intervene, now only time will tell who will win this compelling battle of good versus evil, as the church movement attempts to make a meaningful impact on the world. In this riveting supernatural thriller, a chilling murder spree places a church leader in the crosshairs of a killer, determined to stop a religious movement. Again, that is The Shaft by Scott B. Delaney. The next book is called Skin, and it is by Ted Decker. This is another one. I think this is a mass paperback because it's small and you letters are tenchy, child. Tenchy. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anywho, the back cover reads, Recovering cult member Wendy Davidson is on her way to reconcile with her mother in the town of Somerville when she gets caught in the midst of a terrible storm. 3 freak tornadoes have already hit, but beyond their threat lies an even more ominous danger. A vindictive serial killer known as Red, who has left a trail of victims in his wake. What Wendy doesn't know is that there is an I hate when you know the word and it just won't come out your mouth right. Enigma. ENIGMA surrounding Red, and that the FBI is closely guarding revealing truths about Somerville. These secrets have the potential to destroy much more than one small community. When Wendy finds herself in the tempest of the storm among 4 strangers, the next victim or the killer himself could be closer than she thinks. And that is Skin by Ted Decker. I was trying to get it in my head and it just wasn't coming. Sorry. The next book is called The End of the Magi. By the time I get ready to read it, put it on my TBR for the month, I will have these words pronounced the correct way. Okay. And I think it's Magi. The End of the Magi, and it is by Patrick W. Carr. This book reads, following his vision of the coming Messiah, the prophet Daniel calls forth a select group of men who will count down the calendar until the arrival of Israel's promised king. Centuries later, as the day draws near, Myrid, a young magi, acolyte, flees for his life when his adoptive father and others are slain by a ruthless Parthian queen. Again, these names, Lord have mercy. Equipped with very little, in haste, Myrid escapes the city and searching for a way to hide from the soldiers scouring the trade routes, tries to join the caravan of the merchant Walagash. The merchant senses that Myrid is keeping secrets, but when the young man proves himself a valuable asset, an epic journey filled with peril, near captures, and dangerous battles begin. With every day that passes, the calendar creeps closer to the coming Messiah, and over everything shines the dream of a star that Myrid can't forget, and the promise that the world will never be the same. Again, this is The End of the Magi, and it is by Patrick W. Carr. When I was looking for doing the bookshelf scavenger hunt, and one of the questions was the books with stars on it, this would have been perfect. 4 more to go, guys. 4 more to go. The next one is called The Ornament Keeper, and it is a novella by Eva Marie Everson. Gorgeous cover. And the back cover reads, can memory-filled ornaments reunite a family by Christmas? Separated from her husband Jackson after 20 years of marriage, Felicia Morgan is not interested in decorating for Christmas this year. But her children convince her to at least let them put up a tree. Struggling against every emotion, Felicia attempts to help her children celebrate the season. She begins to unwrap the ornaments Jackson gave her each Christmas to represent another year of their marriage and family. With each ornament, she starts to see not only the story of their marriage, but also the story of Christmas. Can she forgive him? Even more, can she forgive herself? Again, that is called The Ornament Keeper, and it is by Eva Marie Everson. The next book is called Jacob's Belle, and it's a Christmas story, and it is by John Schneider. The back cover reads, sometimes the road to forgiveness is a rocky one. Christmas is approaching, and Jacob McCollum finds himself estranged from his children, penniless, friendless, and living on the streets. Realizing he needs a drastic change, Jacob embarks on a journey to find his children, seek their forgiveness, and restore his relationships. Befriended by a pastor at a Salvation Army mission, he struggles to transform his life. Jacob volunteers to become a Salvation Army bell ringer at Christmas time. An unlikely friendship he develops with a little girl mysteriously leads him back to his family, but will all be forgiven in time for Christmas. Again, this is Jacob's Belle, A Christmas Story by John Schneider. Two more. The next one is called Silent Days, Holy Night, and it is by Phillips Clark Nichols, and this cover is stunning. Oh, I like when authors use like real images, but this one almost looked like real and computer, but I don't know. It's absolutely stunning. I know I would love to have a house with a front that looked like that. The sound of Christmas's past echoed through a silent house. Everyone in the town knows Emerald Crest, the green granite mansion atop the highest hill, the legendary lavish Christmas festivities that used to light up the nights, and the silence that followed when the parties abruptly stopped many years ago. And everyone has heard whispers about the reclusive, mysterious master of the manor, Henry Lafferty II. When 11-year-old Julia Russell, let me start that part again. When 11-year-old Julia Russell steps into the great house for the first time and meets Mr. Lafferty, the entire course of her life is altered. She meets a man who is nothing at all like the rumors she heard from neighbors and classmates. He's kind and extraordinarily talented. He also happens to be deaf and uses a wheelchair. And when she overhears a secret about him, Julia decides it's time for the town to bring Christmas back to Emerald Crest, an act that will change them all forever. And again, this book is called Silent Days, Holy Night, and it is by Phyllis Clark Nichols. And the last book is a novel, and it is by Kevin Allen Milne, or Melanie, and it's called The Paper Bag Christmas. And the inside cover reads, when Moeller Allen and his older brother, Aaron, fill out their Christmas wish list front and back, the Santa at the mall informs the boys that they won't be getting anything they asked for. We're like, oh, we want to a new Santa. Instead, he says they will receive everything they never wanted. This isn't your garden variety Santa. He's Dr. Chris Rangel, a pediatric oncologist, and he enlists the brothers as Santa's elves at the children's ward for the holidays. Each boy is charged with a very special assignment. Aaron will befriend Madhu, a fast-talking boy on an organ transplant list who has an insatiable curiosity and, though not Christian, wants to learn all about the holiday. Madhu is determined to be a wise man in the hospital pageant, despite the objections to his interpretation of the role. Moeller's task is considerably harder as he attempts to help a lonely little girl named Katrina. Katrina's surgery has left her scarred, and she has shut herself away from everyone. But it is through her that the true spirit of Christmas will touch the lives of all those around her in a way none of them would have foreseen. And this book again is called The Paper Bag Christmas, and it is by Kevin Allen Milne, or Milne. And that is it for the books. Well, I told you guys it was a small haul. I was able to read the backs for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. Again, all of these books were purchased by me. No PR, no paid endorsements or anything like that. So if you care to know anything more about these books, go ahead and leave it down in the comments for me and I will get back to you. Like and share this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell next to the subscribe button so you'll be notified of my next upload. And guys, as always, oh, and before I sign off, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram, Quilting Beauty and Books. Yes, I have an IG account, as I've mentioned in the last couple of videos. Other than that, guys, I want you to be blessed. Bye.